Hey comic fans, Near Mint Nerd here for the I Got Issues channel. I got a big haul video coming at you today. I actually got a huge haul that I'm breaking into two. I went to the BMV store here in Toronto, which stands for Books, Movies, and Videos. There's one that's a chain. There's a bunch of them, but the one that I go to, it's got several floors. The basement's all records and Blu-rays and movies and stuff like that. First floor books, second floor books, third floor comics, discounted trade paperbacks, back issues, the whole works. Here's a little photo coming at you. Pop that in right there. You can see, all the bins there. You can see the top part of my haul. I think that top book is actually from the haul that I'm doing later in the week, but just a little taste for you there. Come on back now. Here we are, back with me. So, like I said, I split up the haul. I got some great. Each haul is going to have some a cool cover gallery section, some keys and number ones. Nothing too huge. This is a great store, but they're very savvy here, so it's very hard to find diamonds in the rough because they yank them and they put them in the cabinet at the front. And don't worry, because I hit the cabinet too. I went all in and got some primo books, but I also got lots of dollar fodder. Filled in a lot of little holes in my collection. And I think you're going to have a great time. I also got a little bit of 70s late Silver Age stuff at the end to show you some of that cabinet stuff that I was talking about. I think you're going to really like it. I can't wait to show it to you, so why even bother talking about it anymore? Let's get right to it, and I'll see you on the other side. All right, we're going to kick things off with a couple impulse buys. I picked these up for $1 in the dollar bins, although they're not really dollar bins. They're more like $2, $3, $5, $6 bins. So anywhere from $1 to $6. I did grab a lot of $1 books to fill a lot of gaps in my collection. This isn't one of those gaps. This is a pure impulse buy. Radioactive Spider-Gwen #2. I just really like that cover. I don't own any Spider-Gwen, so I figured... what better time than the present? Also picked up #4. They had #3. I just didn't think the cover was very interesting. And this isn't one I collect. So I'm going purely on the beauty of the cover. Next up we have, I found a whole bunch of V comics. I don't know if you remember the TV movies from the, I believe it was early 80s. They starred, I want to say, Robert Englund. The guy who played Freddy Krueger was in it. Sybil Danning, I think, was in it. Do you remember her? She was like a late 70s, early 80s kind of action female star of the day. I think they're in it. My memory is so hazy about that, but I do remember loving the V movie. And to be honest, I didn't even know they did a comic book series about it. So when I saw these for $1, I think most of them were, between 60 cents and $1. They're not super awesome condition, but they're probably all like 7s or something. I don't think this series is worth any money. If it hasn't gone up in value yet, it's still going to be a while because this is not a hot property by any stretch of the imagination. It came out in June '85, but I do like the series. I think they even did a redo of the series in the 2000s, like 2010 or something like that. Didn't last very long, but the TV movies are worth seeking out if you can find them. They're a lot of fun. Yeah, they're dated, they're pretty cheesy, but for a TV movie, a lot of fun. So I picked up #5. I picked up #9. Who are the survivors? Well, I don't know. I don't know any of these people, but I do like his bow tie. Very snazzy for a survivor. I got #11. This is a really cool cover. I like all these little green men rolling in there. I especially like that giant cover dent. Really nice. #12, Siege. The visitors are our friends. Do you remember they used to eat lizards and rats and stuff like that? Oh, so good. #13. Oh, the Resistance is on the run. Look out. The Prince and the Power. That's a kind of a fun cover. They weren't giants. This is just some sort of artistic license here on the cover. Don't worry. Love this #14. Look at that. Just shooting right over the V. Great cover. And then #15, Ham and Chris try to protect the prince in Blood on the Wind. Yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna try and track down the rest. I got what they had, but I'd really like to read this, so I'm gonna need to fill in the blanks a little bit on this. This is number 15. I don't think there was too many. I think it went to maybe 20 or something like that. Maybe even less. I don't know. Okay, I also got. I hit the annuals. One of the great joys of my life. Here we go. King size annual Conan, King of the Forgotten People. These are not super condition. I think these were like maybe $2 or $3 books, but I'm going to tell you, I love annuals, specials, 80-page giants, secret files and origins. I love all of these oversized books, and whenever I see one for the $1 to $2 to $3 range, I always buy it because these are the perfect books to take to the cottage, or take on the bus or take on a long drive, because they're just, most modern comics. You can flip through these things. It takes you like 8 minutes to read tops, and that's if you really kind of stare down the art. These old books, you're in there for an hour. You're in there for 2 hours, especially if it's an annual, especially if it's 68 pages, it's 80 pages, it's 100 pages. I love those books, and, I cannot get enough of them for those low prices. Anyways, a nice, cheap, king-size annual Conan. I got number 7 as well. Great fight with some sort of octopus on the cover. King size annual number 7 from 1982. Man, that is going to be some awesome reading, and I can't wait. All right, next up we're going to look at some covers. I'm all about the covers, guys. I do read a lot of these books, but sometimes I just want to stare at the covers. I got this one for a lot cheaper than I thought I would, because I guess it doesn't have a lot of value. I know it's, a lot of people are talking about it, but it's not translating to the price right now. So I think I paid maybe $3 or $4 for this. I thought that was a great deal. I mean, it's about cover, and this is like a 12-year-old book or something, but a beautiful Campbell cover. Really liked that one. Liked it so much, I found another one. Same thing. This is like a $3, $4 book. I love how Campbell draws MJ. She looks, she just looks really adorable. I don't know what it is about her when he draws her, but one of my favorite MJ artists for sure. Lots of cool villains in this one. The double-sized 500th issue by Joe Straczynski, Romita Jr., Romita Sr. They had the art's so nice they needed 2 Romitas on it. Just a really fun book. I remember really liking this. I know it had its detractors, but I really did like that Joe Straczynski run. Okay, so next up here we got a little Brian Bolland for you. You know you're not going to have a Near Mint Nerd Haul video without some Brian Bolland covers. You know that. So Joker: The Last Laugh. Look at that. Look, he's using the DC logo as he's kind of tossing it up in the air. I mean, nobody draws the Joker like Brian Bolland. Come on, just look at that. Of course, he also did, he's famous for his book with Alan Moore, where he shot Batgirl. He also did another trade with Ed Brubaker. I'm forgetting the names of all these for whatever reason, but you know me. I always supply that information right down here somewhere, so you can look forward to that. The Killing Joke. Okay, well, I saved that one, but I'll put up the name of the other one. Okay, so this is, Joker cover. Great Joker cover. Another beautiful Joker cover. Look at that. Brian Bolland, you've done it again. I mean, my God. That's such a funny cover. I win. Oh, my God. His Batman's beautiful, too. I know, guys. I can't stop. I can't stop with the Bollands. He's gorgeous. You guys are all about the Adam Hughes. I'm all about the Bolland. But you know what? Today is National Adams Hughes Day because I have such a treat for you guys. This isn't it. This is a really nice Adam Hughes cover, but this is not the treat. This is one you've seen a billion times. It's a fun cover. With the red treatment over it, it's hard to kind of make out, though, so it's not one of my favorites. But I do have something pretty cool to show you here. And I got all of these for $1. These are not the hot. These are not the hot Adam Hughes covers. These are like these are older ones that, and he was also doing. Look at this art by Hughes. He's also doing the interior art. But I found a huge run of Justice League America where he was the cover artist, also the interior artist. This is before he was even doing the AH signature. You can see his signature here in the corner is just Hughes. Very simple. But I think you're going to dig this. I know I love these books. This is my all-time favorite run of the Justice League, for better or worse. The Bwahaha time with Beetle and Booster Gold is just so amazing. Okay, well, here I could talk about this all day, but I'm going to dive right into it. So we got Justice League America number 31. Guys, not only is this a beautiful Adam Hughes cover, this is like the perfect cover for me because it features the two guys, my two favorite DC characters on the covers. We got Mr. Miracle. We've got Animal Man by Adam Hughes. That is the trifecta. You will not find another cover in the DC universe that covers that trifecta. Man, when I saw this, I almost collapsed in the store. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even think there was a cover with these two characters on it together. I don't think there's another one. There might be, but I've never seen it, and I certainly didn't think it would be drawn by Adam Hughes. So that's such an amazing cover. All right, next up we have Justice League America number 33. Kilowog having a little arm wrestle with Guy Gardner, who, of course, is giving a little cheat action there. Beautiful, beautiful cover. You'll notice that Adam Hughes is kind of channeling Kevin Maguire a little bit, and that's because Maguire was coming off a long run on this, and they wanted to keep the consistent look of the book. It's still Adam Hughes. This is maybe the most Adam Hughesy of all these Justice League covers. Fire there, looking fantastic. There's Blue Beetle and Booster Gold chilling out on the island. Maxwell Lord in the background. A couple of members of the Injustice League back here. Great storyline. And a beautiful Adam Hughes cover. Another one. This is Justice League of America number 35. Pretty tough to identify this one as a Hughes cover just because of, the layout. You'd never be able to tell that in a crowd. But you can see up here that he actually does the interior art as well. Yeah. Here's another one, Justice League of America number 36. This one's got Nort on it. Another really cool cover. I really like this one a lot. Booster Gold. Look, Blue Beetle has jumped into Ice's arms. God, I love this time in the League's history was so much fun. Justice League of America 37. Justice League of America 38. Another beautiful Hughes cover with Rubenstein. Another Mr. Miracle appearance. Right there, flying through the air. Beautiful. Justice League of America number 39. Despero and Martian Manhunter. Gosh, these are beautiful, aren't they? I mean, I remember admiring and loving these covers long before I even knew who Adam Hughes was. Justice League of America, number 40. Gorgeous, gorgeous Mr. Miracle funeral cover. So many funerals, so many graveyard covers in DC Comics, in all of comics. This one's a beautiful one. Just love this. Don't worry, guys. Mr. Miracle wasn't dead. He was faking his death. He was back a few issues later. But it was really nice to see. I don't think he was back on the team, though. I think that was the last issue he was on the team. Number 41, Maxwell Lord cover. Very nice. Number 42, this is one of those membership drive covers. When they would bring... Oh, there, look, he's back already. Mr. Miracle's back in the background. One of those membership drive covers. It's funny because, none of these people really hit it, but these were some of the up-and-coming DC characters of the day. Will Payton Starman there, throwing the greeting back in his face. There's Hawk and Dove on their way out. Beautiful Dove by Adam Hughes. And then El Diablo in behind there saying, maybe some other time. El Diablo is like a kind of a cowboy character that they came up with based on an old, one of their old cowboy books. He was kind of a revitalized version of that character, but yeah, didn't catch on. He had his own series. All these characters had their own series that ran for, I think El Diablos was the shortest, ran for about maybe only 12, 15 issues. Starman ran, I think, around 40, and Hawk and Dove also ran probably around 40. Justice League of America number 43. I love this story arc. This is a little two-parter about some guy who goes into a villain bar and plays poker against all the bad guys and manages to win all of their super-powered equipment. And then in the next issue, Justice League number 44, he goes after the Justice League using all his newfound power equipment. Look at that Guy Gardner get knocked out. That's so funny. Such a great cover. Such a great story. Can America withstand the threat of a guy named Tortellini? It doesn't appear so. Justice League of America number 45. Always loved this kind of romance between Ice and Guy Gardner. I thought it was really cool. It didn't last. Ice left the team shortly after, and she kind of just, disappeared. She's still around, from time to time, but she's not a major character anymore. I'm not even sure if she ever appeared in the New 52. I'm not sure, but I did like this relationship while it lasted. Number 46, Glory Bound, part 1 of 5. This was kind of DC's wink, wink, nudge, nudge version of Captain America, who is an old man who then became young, as opposed to being frozen in ice. And I think this ran for about 5 issues at part 2 of 5. So there he is there. His name is General Glory. He shows up from time to time, but very kind of Z-list character. But these are some cool covers nonetheless. Justice League number 47. Justice League number 48. America versus Das Uberbot. Again, you can see the Adam and Carl signature in the corner here. Beautiful Adam Hughes cover. Number 51, I think this is the last one I have, with the 3 aliens, Martian Manhunter, Kilowog, and Nort, all huddled in the backseat of the taxi. Look at the Hughes signature in this one. It's like the badge on the cabbie's shirt. Anyways, beautiful Adam Hughes covers. Not the typical stuff, I know there's no Catwoman, there's no Wonder Woman, but he's had a career before that, and these were pretty awesome covers. I don't see a lot of them. These are not expensive books. I don't think a single one of these books cost me more than $1, but it's so great to have them. And to be honest, I'm pretty sure I already own them, but I couldn't resist getting them again. All right. Next up, I have some number 1s to show you. The Flintstones number 1. This is a variant cover. Again, total impulse buy. I wasn't following the Flintstones, but I've seen all the buzz it's getting. And it looks like a really fun book. And I saw it for $1, and I thought, I'm going to regret it if I don't get it, because there's a chance these things are going to be $5, $10 in the next, 6 months. So I did grab this one. And when I grabbed this one, right behind it, as you see here, was a adult coloring book variant cover edition as well. So I grabbed that as well. So I now own 2 copies of number 1. When I, up until very recently, had 0 copies of number 1. And that's how it works. That's how buying things works. All right, another number 1, Guardians of Infinity. I wasn't even aware of this book. I still don't know what it is, but it's got Rocket Raccoon on the cover. It's got some of the Guardians, and it was a number 1. So who am I kidding? Of course I'm going to get that. I also picked up Guardians of the Galaxy Annual number 1. Again, I'm a huge Annual fan. Couldn't wait to get that one. Really excited to have that. And now I do. Sorry, I'm shuffling some books around here, trying to make my life easier a little bit. Next up, West Coast Avengers number 1. Not a hugely sought after book, I know, but it's a fun team. I really like Wonder Man. We don't see enough of Wonder Man. And I own every single issue of this. But when I saw the number 1, I just had to have it for $1. It just made me sad that this thing's still only worth $1 after all this time. The West Coast Avengers gets no love, and it's a shame. It's a really fun book. Another book that gets zero love, and look at this gorgeous cover by Gary Frank. I just love this cover. How can this book still be worth less than cover price? Supergirl #1 by Peter David. This was like an 80-issue series. It's so good. Like the whole thing. I own it all. None of the issues are worth anything. All the covers are gorgeous. It was an incredible storyline. This is, of course, the Matrix version of Supergirl. It's not the current version of Supergirl. Oh man, what a great series. I really wish this series got more love, but I will give it my props, and I just love this cover. Very iconic cover, and pick it up if you can. Let's get this one moving. Oh, so nice. Silk #1. I don't know what the deal with Silk is. I kind of missed the boat on this one, but it looked like a cool #1 cover. I kind of like her costume, so I picked it up. We'll see what happens with that. It was only $1. Batman Sword of Azrael, book 1. I got this. It was more than $1. It was about $3, but it was in such good condition, and I'm pretty sure this is worth $5-10. I think. Gosh, I hope so. But there was a time when this was like a $40-50 book. It's certainly not that anymore. They certainly wouldn't have made that mistake and left it in the bin if it was worth any more than $5-10. But a beautiful Quesada cover. Remember when Quesada was doing DC books? He did The Ray. He did a couple other ones. Yeah, gorgeous. Batman, Sword of Azrael. I believe this is maybe the first appearance of Azrael. Don't quote me on that, though. I'm always wrong about that stuff. What else do I got here? How do I want to do this? All right, I picked up Firestorm, the Nuclear Man, #1. I did not pay $1 for this. I had to get this at the cabinet. It was a little bit more, not too much, but a little bit more. But I had to have it because it was in beautiful condition. The price was right. I love the character. And in the bins, I did find a bunch of $1 ones. So I was able to get #2 and #3 with Killer Frost. I didn't realize this. I've only come to realize this recently, that Killer Frost is probably Firestorm's main villain. She shows up in a ton of these issues. So that was kind of surprising. I really like the dynamic they have on the Flash TV series, the CW show. Also got #4. This one's got a little bit of writing up here, so that's no good. But again, it's only $1. This one's got the Justice League in it, though, and Killer Frost again. These are beautiful covers. What else we got here? #5 with the Pied Piper, little Flash Rogue in there. That's always nice. It's a really cool cover as well. I think Jerry Conway wrote a lot of these, especially these early ones. #6. He seems to be fighting some sort of like a satyr or centaur or something with hooves. Goatman or something, I don't know. A Living Myth versus Firestorm. Looks like a pretty good book there. A couple of other... this one, Enter the Lost World of the Warlord, #1. Really thrilled to get this book. Calm down, guys. This is not a great copy. It's actually kind of dinged up pretty good along the sides. I wouldn't say it's any more than a 5, maybe a 5.5. But, and I did not pay $1 for it. This was behind the counter. I had to pay a little more. But this is one I've always been curious about. I have very few Warlord comics, and I certainly didn't have a #1, so I was happy to pick that up. Star Trek: The Motion Picture #1. This was in the dollar bin, but it was I think it was about $4. I probably have about 3 copies of this, but whenever I see it in the store and it's under $5, I always grab it. It's you can get like $10 for these. I think I'll never give mine away, but yeah, I couldn't resist, so I picked up yet another one. What else? Oh, I got a Zatanna #1 from her 2010 series by Paul Dini. Beautiful cover there. And even more thrilling for me was finally finding a Zatanna Everyday Magic with, you guessed it, Brian Boland. Look at that gorgeous Brian Boland cover. You guys can keep your Adam Hughes. No, I'm just kidding. I really like Adam Hughes too. But come on, guys. Brian Boland, right? Look at that. She is just gorgeous. Zatanna Everyday Magic by Paul Dini, Rick Mays on art. And a beautiful Brian Boland cover. This one was I think I might have paid as much as $20 for this, but it was so minty. If I was ever going to, get my comics graded, I think I would send this as one of them. I probably will never do that, but this is definitely one that I think, could benefit from that. Beautiful, beautiful book. I'm going to try and pick things up here because this is running longer than I thought it would. Okay, so I'm going to show you kind of the, this is where things got a little expensive when I hit the counter. This one, not so much. This is a Loot Crate exclusive. I got this for $2 in the bin. I don't know how much it's worth, but I was able to score that. Probably worth less than $2 or it wouldn't be there. But then I found in the cabinets a good chunk of a Harley Quinn run that I was able to talk the guy into selling me for one price. So I got all these books kind of for one price. I'm not going to tell you what that price is because it wasn't a bargain, that's for sure. So I'll keep that to myself. But I do now own all these beautiful books. So I got Harley Quinn #14, Harley Quinn #12, Harley Quinn #11. These are all mint, by the way. These are all beautiful. I actually made him take all of these out of the bags to check them because, I was not getting a super good deal. And I wanted to make sure I was getting the highest quality possible, and I was. Harley Quinn #10. In fact, there was one, I think it was #9 or #8 that I ended up not picking up as part of the deal because it had a fold in the back or something. Harley Quinn #10, beautiful Batgirl there. Harley Quinn #7. This issue, Wayne Manor dies. I love seeing Big Barda on the cover of Harley Quinn. She's, of course, the wife of Mr. Miracle. I got Harley Quinn #6 with the Riddler floating around in the background there. Very cool. I like her pop gun. Harley Quinn #5, fighting some giant toys there. Very cool. Harley Quinn #4. Love those, the Quinnettes. Quintets. All her henchmen. Very cool. Harley Quinn #3. This is basically the Gotham City the Sirens, right? Catwoman, Harley Quinn, and Poison Ivy. Very nice cover there. And the Joker doll, I love that. Harley Quinn #2 with Two-Face. Again with that pop gun. Great cover. Terry Dodson cover. I think these are all Terry Dodson covers. They're all really totally adorable. And finally, #1. This is the reason why I was not getting much of a deal on this because #1 was a good chunk. I think #1 alone was around $35. So you know what? I own them now and I'm happy. All Aboard the Roller Coaster of Love. Beautiful, beautiful book. #1. Very thrilled to have this. What else did I get? A couple more books here. Amazing Spider-Man 229. Just a classic Juggernaut appearance. Just love that cover. I think that's Madam Web there. That's just a classic book. I got Swamp Thing #37 in beautiful condition. It's got a tiny little crease on the corner there. You see right in the corner. Other than that, gorgeous copy of this book, and it's first appearance of John Constantine. And I did get a pretty good deal on this one, I thought. So a little redemption there. Let's see what else here. I'm going to put a few of these aside because this is getting long. Let's get into some of the last little batch here. Is a little bit older. So we got Marvel Super Action starring Captain America, number 7, 35-cent issue. Anything with Batroc in it, you know, is going to be a lot of fun. I think that's the Swordsman there. It's a pretty nice book. An old Fantastic Four, number 159 from the 25-cent era, starring the Inhumans. Rough shape. This was in the dollar bin. This was, I think, $3. This is like almost a reader copy. It's not, it's not in great condition. Marvel Spotlight, The Son of Satan, Night of the Ice Demon, number 14. Again, not super great condition. I think this was around $5. I really do like Damian Hellstrom, so I pick these up when I can. A Superboy. I've got so many Superboy. And it always seems to be the one affordable Silver Age book that is still flooding the market is all these Superboys. They're the easiest to get. They're always the cheapest, but I love their covers. It's a lot of fun, and I do read these. It's just such a fun book, especially the ones that have the Legion of Superheroes in it. This is number 203 during its 27th. Superboy, love this Super Baby, Mighty Lord of the Jungle cover. Lots of apes here. Again, Legion of Superheroes. This is a 52-page comic, so that's going to be some healthy reading. And it's in surprisingly good condition for the price I paid. I would be tempted to have this one graded, to be honest. I think this is probably a good 7.5, maybe even 8. Superboy number 183. This cover I just thought was the creepiest thing I'd ever seen in my life. Number 190, with Superboy basically being the Pied Piper, like leading children into like the water. Like, look at that line of kids. And how many kids were in front of this kid? Was he front of the line? Or like, are they all gone now, like under the waves? I don't know. Oof. Gives me the shivers, this cover, a little bit. But it's really cool. I'll give it that. And of course, a new Legion story in there as well. And then the crown jewel of my purchases, maybe, if not the Harley Quinn run, it would be the Invincible Iron Man number 4. Well, I had a little bit of a technical issue right at the end of the video as I was showing Iron Man, so I'm just going to kind of go over this again and try to edit it together. So, Invincible Iron Man number 4, this was kind of like the highlight of my day. I saw it behind the cabinet. I've been wanting one of these, but I've never seen one in a condition that I can't afford a, true 9.8. But I also don't want to get a 3 or a 4. So I finally found one in a high mid-grade that I thought was perfect for me. I think this would be about a 7. It does have, you can see it's got a little bit of a mess here. I think a pressing might get rid of that. Other than that, the spine's pretty nice. I mean, again, I never get these things graded. This is just really sits in my collection, but I wanted a nice one. I wanted one that I could be proud of, and I think I finally got it. I didn't overpay for this. I didn't underpay for this, but for the right book, you gotta open your wallet a little bit, and I was thrilled to find this. So I'm now a proud owner of Invincible Iron Man. This is now my earliest Iron Man comic. In my collection, I've got some early X-Men and some early Fantastic Four and stuff. But in Iron Man, I think I do have number 5 in a very rough condition, and then from 10 up, I have a pretty good run. But 4 now becomes the crown jewel of my Iron Man collection for sure. All right, so let's call it a day there. Like I said, I have another video. I split the haul into 2. I have the rest of it coming up soon. I think today that's about all I have to show you. Stay tuned for Wednesday's haul. And I'm going to turn you right back over to Near Mint Nerd. And have a great day, guys. Thanks so much for watching. 998, 999, 1,000. Oh, hi, welcome back. Well, I hope you enjoyed the haul. Don't forget, I'm going to have the second part of that haul later in the week, probably on Friday. Wednesday, we'll have our new comics haul. Hope to get a review in there too of the book of the week, whatever that may be. And other than that, we're just going to keep the videos coming. So hit subscribe, drop me a comment, hit like, tell your friends, tell your relatives, tell your pets. We're going to have a great time. So hopefully we'll see you again soon. I'm the Near Mint Nerd, and this is the I Got Issues channel. Take care, guys.